Okay, let's take a look at this problem. We got a to the n equals a to the n minus 1 plus 2n, or 2 to the n, sorry, and a naught is equal to 5. Now I can take this over on this side, and we'd have this. Now if I start looking at some different cases, n is equal to 1. We're going to have a1 minus, if I plug 1 in here, I got 1 minus 1, which is 0. And then this would be 2 to the first. For n is equal to 2, I plug 2 in for the n, so I got a2 minus a, and then 2 minus 1 is 1. Oh, that's a 0. Can read my own writing. And then equals 2, and then I plug 2 in for the n there, it's 2 squared. If I plug in 3, I got a sub 3 minus a, and then 3 minus 1 is 2, so a sub 2 equals 2 to the third. All the way down. And I probably shouldn't have used n equals, but all the way down to, let me think. N, I think, and I think n plus 1. Okay, so if I plug in n, that's just this one. A sub n minus a sub n minus 1 equals 2 to the n. If I plug in n plus 1, let me back up. Let me start just so I can wrap my mind around it myself. N minus 2. So I'm going to have a to the n minus 2 minus a, n minus 2 minus 1 is n minus 3, equals 2 to the n minus 2. N minus 1, I'm going to have a to the n minus 1 minus a to the n minus 2 equals 2 to the n minus 1. And then n, I'm going to have a sub n minus a sub n minus 1 equals 2 to the n. Okay, so if I were to add all these together, what I'm going to see happens is a1 and negative a1 cancels. a2 and negative a2 cancels. Get down to here, a n minus 2, negative a n minus 2, a n minus 1, negative a n minus 1. So this will give me an, so this sum, oops, this all these added together on this side will give me a sub n minus, those cancel, minus a sub 0. Now, I'll do the right side here in a minute. A sub 0, they tell us initially is 5. So that's a sub n minus 5. Okay, so now let's look at the right side and see what happens. And let's try to get that formula up and where I could see it. I had to look this up myself, and then it made sense. But I'll put RHS for the right-hand side. Okay, so that's going to equal to a sum. I'll just say it's equal to S. This is the right-hand side I'm looking at. And I'm going to have 2. This is 4. This is 8. 2, 4, 8. So you see a pattern. So I got 2 plus 4 plus 8. And we're trying to find out what S is. So our goal is to find S. And this keeps going like that. Well, if I multiply everything by 2, let me think, 2. Yeah, 2. The reason why I multiply by 2 is because I see that if you multiply this by 2, it gives me 4. You multiply this by 2, it gives me 8. So that was shifted. So that's 2s equals 4 plus, okay, I'll try it again. 4 plus 8, and then keeps going. Now, what I did is I multiplied the 2 times the s, gives me 2s. 2 times 2 gives me 4, but I put it over here, I shifted it. 2 times 4 gives me 8, shifted it. 2 times 8 would give me 16, I put it over here. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and subtract this. Two s minus s is s. 4 minus 4 drops away. 8 minus 8 drops away. That keeps dropping away, and this gives us 2. And so, right-hand side, I decided I wanted to find s. This would be equal to 2. Now, wait a minute. Let me think about that. Okay, now I think I got that a little bit off. Okay, this is an interesting problem. Can't just do just the numbers because this has to go up to 2 to the n. And let's try it again. This will go up to 2 to the n minus 1 plus 2 to the n. Okay, and so then this one, when I multiply everything by 2 and shift it, 2 times this would be 2 to the first times this. I'll show the steps. And I multiply that by 2 to the first. So I got 2s equals 4 plus 8 plus 2 to the power times 2 to the power, you add the exponents. So negative 1 plus 1 cancel, and I got 2 to the n. And this one would be 2 to the n times 2 to the first. I add the exponents. That's n plus 1. Now I'm going to be subtracting this other one. So I got s is equal to 2 plus 4 plus 8 all the way up to 2 to the n. So when I subtract that, 2s minus s is s. That would give us a negative 2. 4 minus 4 cancels. 8 minus 8 cancels. 2 to the n minus 2 to the n cancels. And we got plus 2 to the n plus 1. Okay, so now I can plug that in over here. So I got a sub n minus 5 equals my right-hand side, which is 2 to the n plus 1 minus 2. And I take the negative 5 over, and I get 2 to the n plus 1 minus 2 plus 5. And a sub n is equal to 2 to the n plus 1 plus 3. And that'd be your answer.